Hey, Shalom, Shalom, and stuff. So, by giving up praise to Yahweh, Shem, Yahshua, Bashem, God, Kodash, the belongs to the Apostle, great most, and honors you, brothers, doing work of the most high truth and in sincerity. This is a quick one. Inspired, I was watching this video here, Apocalypse, chapters 2 and 3, which Apocalypse is, I believe, I don't know if that's the Spanish way or the Greek way of saying revelation. Apocalypse, revelation, basically means to reveal. And basically there was something that the apostle basically pointed out, in reference to Revelation 2 and 3, in that, the way, Yahushua was speaking to those seven churches in Asia Minor. It was just the phrase that the apostle used, which I forget exactly how he said it, but it was basically a thing of, you prove that you're doing this well. I know you're doing this badly, or you're doing this well, but you can improve on this. And it's very much a thing of like, it reminded me of the scripture when the scripture says, 2 Timothy 4 and 2, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Right? Because in this thing of us, yeah, we gotta reprove each other, we gotta rebuke each other, but guess what? We also gotta exhort each other, right? Build, try and help build each other up in the faith, right? Because at the end of the day, there's, where we are all that we have for each other, right? And here's an example. This is Luke 22 and 31. So the Lord said, right? So Yahushua said, as written in red, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. Okay, because once again, this is a thing about, us strengthening one another, right? Helping to build each other up, right? Because doth not the scriptures say, and that was Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, right, in the 9th verse, says two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together when they have heat, but how so let me read again. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against them, two shall withstand, and threefold cord is not quickly broken. Well, this is going into, the strength of the brotherhood. Is that saying it's, strength. Numbers, which obviously we're not, we're not like, oh yeah, we have so many people, this, that, and the other, not in a carnal sense, but spiritually, it's good, that we have one another. Why? Because we can, the Lord put the spirit on, one of the Arkham to point out, it's like, yeah, but what you did there, that weren't right, whatever have you. And, we can then go back and check ourselves, and being like, you know what, bro, you was right. The water, yeah, but right. Whether there was someone there to basically to get on me, okay. But this is the thing, two is better than one, okay. And because we are going to fall, that's just a part, that's just part of how it is, because we're in this flesh, right? Paul wrote, "Oh wretched man that I am," well, because in this flesh we are gonna go off, we are gonna do things, that we're gonna look back on, which we're gonna be like, damn, fuck, you know, but that's the benefit of the brotherhood, brother. You just be like, yo, hey, bro, hey, yeah, it's true what you did, man. Hey, you shouldn't have done that, but hey, look, man, hey, and then speak the comforter to you, right? Which the comforting comes from these scriptures, helping, to build each other up. Okay, and once again, that was what I observed when the apostle was breaking it down, because that's what Yahushua was doing in Revelation 2 and 3. Right, hey, doing this well, you could improve on this, that, and the other. Right, once again, a good, what's the word I'm looking for? A good blueprint, for how we can be one with another. Right, because we can always be getting on each other, but a part of it is also being like, hey bro, hey, you did that, hey, that was cool, call halal, yeah, but shame, you know Hey, because hey, we've all had it at times. When we might have been low in the spirit, and it's something that kind of helps build, it helps build each other up, man. Might have done a vid and been like, I'm not too sure about this vid, and then hey, someone posts a beautiful video to order, right? Things like that just helps build each other up in the spirit. So I looked up that word exhort, in the Greek, because if I remember correctly, I think it first appears in Ezra or something in the Apocrypha. But let me just confirm that. So that's in the history. Let me confirm that statement. Yeah, in first Maccabees. That's the history. I meant the Apocrypha. So yeah, I looked up that word. It's a parakaleo, right? G3870, right? To call near, I invite, invoke, by imploration or hortation or consolation, right? Beseech, call for comfort, desire, give, exhort, entreat, pray. Right, it says outline of biblical usage to call to one side, call for, summon, it says to address, speak to, right? When jump to what do you call it? That 2.3 says to console, right? Encourage, right? Strengthen by consolation, right? To comfort, to receive consolation, be comforted, to encourage, strengthen, right? And that's this is a thing about encouraging each other, and to strengthen each other. And man, even I'd even pre that, but when you look there at the usage, says we were not comforted. Goes into comfort. Begging someone. To comfort, begging, desire, praying. Right. So it's actually quite a a heavy word. You might help, babe, your art, yeah, hey, bro, you could do that, bro. Whatever, what have you. And I also looked up in the regular dictionary as well. It says exhort, says circa 1400s, exhorting, to encourage, to exhort, encourage, from Old French exora, says, and directly from Latin exhortare, to exhort, encourage, stimulate, from ex, here probably thoroughly, hortari, encourage, urge, right? Because sometimes it's like, you might urge someone, yo, bro, yeah, but you can do that, man. I remember there was the case which the apostle speaks on it several times. Where he was basically giving the account of, he was on a live, and he was just gonna do a quick video, and then someone in the comments kept being like, yo, you can, you can do it, you can do a lesson, you can do it. And then the third time, the apostle was like, hey, that's the spirit, let me let me get into it. And that sparked something, in that. And once again, the apostle, brings that account out, several times. Once again, it was on a live, and the spirit had it whereby that was just in the spirit in that particular day. And it was just, that was something that was in the spirit in that particular day, right? But yeah, and that's just it, right? Hey, because we all need, some, exhortation every now and then, right? This is Hebrews 3:13, but exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin, which is, one of the reasons why the apostles gave that, that decree, right? To try and basically be in the spirit of doing a video every day. Okay. Yeah, so that we can get these epistles out there, because once again, at the end of the day, when we speak, we're not speaking of ourselves. It's the spirit that's speaking within us, right? And in the things that we say, we might say something that another brother might hear, and he's like, you know what, hey, that was something, right? And then they go from that particular thing. Okay, but I believe that's all I had anyway. Hold on, hang about. What have I done? Did I read this? I'm not too sure. I closed something. I don't know. It's like it. Um, I don't know what they're close to like, but yeah, as always, Lord's all that was edifying. And yeah, till the next time we say, Shalom.